Welcome back to the show. I'm Kristen Volturno.
And I'm Liana Burnside.
So we're down to our last few for Legacy Lost previews. And starting it off, we have the beautiful Yashahime, first daughter of the Mikage.
Yeah.
And boy, does she steal all counters.
Yeah, she's greedy. And so this card is way better than I thought it was the first time I read it through. I'm like, oh, she takes all the counters. That's okay. But then I realized it's not just your counter. She takes your opponent's, and that is so good.
It's definitely great for countering limit or counter-heavy decks.
Yeah. So if your opponent is relying on these limit creatures, all of a sudden you can really make their clock run out much faster than they were anticipating.
While she's an excellent counter generator, though, timing will definitely be key when playing her.
Yes, because, if you're playing like Rinka, who can't attack unless she has counters on her, you have to make sure, like, oh, am I going to be able to put counters back on her? Do I want to wait and see if my opponent plays something else? So, yeah.
But you will be able to, because she shares the love with her sisters and other vampires by moving counters to them.
Yeah. And she, she gives more than she takes. For every one you remove, she gives 2. So I definitely think she's awesome, and she will see play.
Playing into the vampire theme, we have Kuma Maru. Is cheap, but gives your opponent a buff.
Yeah, which, I don't like that. I don't like giving my opponent something that feels bad.
But it's definitely, this card was definitely made for Yashahime, who steals your counters. So even if you give your opponent the counters, you just take them back.
Right, you just got to do it fast before they can use it to hit you in the face more and more.
Yashaaru as well was made for Kuma Maru. Great for countering the fairy tale limit counters, and it's wow.
Yeah, and nothing like a destroy spell that leaves behind a warm body.
We're definitely seeing a shift in the meta to being more counter heavy, but this is a nice counter to counter.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they're definitely this set was deliberately designed to not only give you new mechanic to play with, but new ways to interact with that mechanic.
And if you like big beefy dragons, we have Dimension Dragon Nidhogg. Costly board wipe, but very, very effective mid to late game.
And this is one of those board wipes, too, that I'm a huge fan of personally because it leaves behind this massive creature. It gets rid of a lot of the chump blockers if you play it right. This is like a costly spell I actually think would be worth playing.
He is a 12 Apostle, so you can cheat him into play with Space-Time Pursuer Lapis.
Yeah,
so he's got that going for him.
Cheating these into play always feels good.
Now this next one is a very beautiful card, I believe, and the effect is quite good. We have Death at Midnight. Forces a banish on your opponent's turn.
Yeah, and it's, once again, those counter buildups always feels nice to, have counters you can still back with Yashahime.
Most definitely.
And it's also, I think it'll be good early game if your opponent doesn't have a whole lot of resonators on the field yet. If they only have one, they won't have another resonator to put counters on.
I'm very curious to see how well it pairs up to Soul Hunt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to see if it's worth it or if Soul Hunt gets played more. Speaking of things that rival Soul Hunt, we have Aloha's Black Lightning. And this is the first Ancient Magic I've seen that I'm like, yes, I want to play that.
It's most definitely destructive. And it returns to your hand if you pay the awakening cost. But 6 total cost is quite costly.
Yeah, that is, but with Ancient Magic, if you're using those mana counters, that's not out of your reach. And to be able to recycle a destruction spell is huge. This is the first time I've seen Ancient Magic and been like, that's worth it. It's not just some like splashy spell that can backfire. This is just straight like, Pina, get it back in my hand, and I can pin you again.
I would most definitely use this later in the game, though, when I have everything kind of set up as I need. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like, I'll just control the board.
Yes, yeah, board control, definitely. So, yeah, so this was very good. This definitely built up, darkness. So I think it's definitely going to be something to watch out for. And we only have one more spoiler article left. This was the penultimate time. And we will see you guys next time for the very last Legacy Lost preview. Bye.
See ya.